The partnership, Sutherland Ben actually started getting all the schools together. There was a grant that they were doing. 3 schools started it up. Sutherland Ben actually applied for a grant. I'm not exactly sure where that grant came from, and they secured $2,000. They went forward, saw that it had such high potential. We expanded it the second year to 4 schools. We applied for a grant through the National Bank's Schools First program for the seed funding, and from there we won $25,000 to help advance it, expand it. They helped us to then go on to the next fund, which we actually won $50,000. So we were in a great place to be able to go ahead and keep the project going. We expanded it up to 8 schools and just made it available for that many more students to be able to get involved and experience.
Okay, so this was our microbiology project board, and our task was to find out whether 2 boys got sick from swimming in a lake from what bacteria, and it was either Giardia or Cryptosporidium in the end, and we found out it was Giardia. We used lots of different testing methods to prove which one it was, including looking at it under the microscope, using the PCR machine, using the X-ray kit, which is just like a little test thing, and you put it in and it says it's positive or not.
Yeah,
and
so that one, right?
Yeah.
It's like different lines. A specimen is positive for the specific bacteria on it.
We just had to present it and write a report about our discussion and findings. And it was lots of fun at the field days at the University of Wollongong and Western Sydney.
Yeah, Western Sydney for the experiment, yeah.
Do you think you guys might do science for a career, or?
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure it opened up a lot of pathways because we got to see like the real labs at university and that sort of things.
How what we learn in class actually applies to modern day science and medicine.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand it back into your hands for a minute. Erin, come around. You held this one last year as well with Sam. One of the things for us is that the NAB Schools First Award that we got through our work with and support from Sutherland Ben was really important. Like, I know what you guys felt like when you won this check on the stage.
We were very happy.
And I remember the look on my second team's faces. You were so proud of them as well, and you're like, damn, that beat it. But you guys did awesome and got awards as well for your presentations and being able to talk through everything. So, but yeah, with Sutherland Ben's support, we've been able to write applications to get the money that then has allowed this project to run, not just for 1 year, but like the photos I was showing you, your older sister was in the project, so you've had that experience, and yeah, we've been running this project. We're hopefully into our 5th year of it now, so
Wow.
we've got sort of multiple generations of students with the support of Sutherland Ben. We were able to write our application for NAB Schools First not once but twice, and we were able to get sort of double the money of the input, which has then allowed us to go from, we originally started with only 3 schools in the Sutherland Shire in it. So you do remember how to get all down up. I love it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have been game enough to give it a go if we didn't have the taste today.
Oh,
it just sparked my interest in microbiology, definitely.
These have been really handy for our studies in school and will continue to be, especially into our Year 12 biology. So we can get right in and look at the skin and look at cells from a different perspective than we can just with a regular microscope. So again, the partnerships and bringing, I guess, the support and the money into the project has then allowed us to go ahead and not only open up the fields for the students but also for the staff, because now we've got all of this new equipment that we probably, to be quite honest, we would have afforded it, but we wouldn't have afforded as much of it.
We needed Sutherland Ben to be able to sort of go, okay, well, let's get all the schools together. We'll talk to the head teachers, careers, we'll get organised there. Then we'll go to the Microbiology Association. We'll organise the professors, doctors, lecturers to come in and talk to you and set you up with your little plates and gowns and have a real microbiology experience. And as I said, National Bank, if it wasn't for the grants that we won through the SEED program and the other, then they were able to come up with the funds, and then we were able to purchase all these things, which also paid for the teachers to be able to come on these and experience it just as much as you did.
First looked at Alexander the Great and to how his death was quite suspicious.
He got a disease that lasted 2 years, like not 2 weeks before his death. We don't really know what it was. It's very suspicious. Definitely is.
There was he was suffering of febrile illness,
Febrile,
and he died really young too.
32. So we got Alexander the Average, who's he had a very similar illness, similar age. So we're going to try and find out what he has to see if we can find out what Alexander the Great had. Just nice comparison there.
What was the best part about the whole microbiology program?
Best part.
Best part was just like handling all viruses and stuff, because that like really interests me. All diseases and things, like trying to find the cures and stuff, so eradicate the diseases. All good.
Yeah, I just like biology altogether. It's fun looking at little viruses and watching them screwing around, killing the blood cells.
We got the results. We got positive for influenza, but 2 are invalid, right? The controls were invalid, so we have to do it again.
They studied viruses, we studied bacteria, and it was...
Yeah, our challenge was that these kids who swam in the dam, they had diarrhea, and we had to figure out why, like what caused the diarrhea.
which bacteria had caused it, and yes, we had to use actual samples.
And our hypothesis was that
In the few cupboards.
the infected samples contained Giardia.
Interesting, because like with all the like industrial equipment and stuff that they had, because it was a university, so people who actually trained.
So real life stuff.
Yeah, real life stuff, but actual people who went into that branch of science would actually use it.
The equipment that we used and like the people, because they were really like into the science of microbiology.
In the end, we found out that they had Giardia B, which is this, looks like this little thing here on the board. That was what caused them to have diarrhea from swimming in the dam. And Giardia B is usually found in unfiltered, dirty water. So it's in a dam. I wouldn't change anything.
Would you consider working in science now?
So I want to be like an environmental engineer or environmental scientist.
That's something you would prefer to sort of happen in school? Having more hands-on like that?
Yeah.
Being able to knock
It's
it
better than
out.
sitting in the theory room just copying out.
Yeah, because with that sort of topic, you can't really do hands-on. You have to rely on what the teacher says. Like, this is what it looks like, this is what you do.
Yeah.
Then you get, when you actually do it, you think,
It becomes relevant to what,
yeah,
it's more hands-on, you understand it and you pick it up more. And where did you actually use that?
Because even though the stool was neutralized, which means the bacteria in it that's harmful is dead, it can still infect you and cause stuff to happen.
The Microbiology Association has guaranteed a fund every year. It just keeps the whole thing going, and there's such a buzz with the project and how it influences the kids, how it just makes their whole education more interesting. It's hands-on, and how better way to learn than hands-on.